7 car brands are in serious trouble. While you've been told the car market is getting better, the truth is brutal. Dealers are cutting prices by thousands of dollars just to sell cars sitting on their lots. Cars that used to have waiting lists? Now dealers are practically begging people to buy them. Brands that raised prices every year are suddenly having massive sales like desperate clearance stores. You've been told these are just normal market changes. Wrong. These companies are fighting to survive. Sales are dropping fast. Cars are sitting unsold for months. The panic is real. In this video, I'm showing you exactly which 7 brands are in the most trouble, why their huge discounts won't save them, and what it means if you're thinking about buying one right now. Stick around until number 1. This brand isn't just struggling, it's facing a complete meltdown. Let's get into it. Number 7, Mazda. Mazda's plan to go premium is backfiring hard. Just a few years ago, Mazda was the smart choice. Affordable, fun to drive, reliable Japanese cars without the Toyota price tag. Today, they're stuck in the middle, too expensive for budget buyers and not fancy enough for luxury shoppers. Here's the damage. Sales dropped 3.3% in 2025. The CX-30 crashed 41% for the year. Their cars are sitting on dealer lots 30% longer than average. Nobody's buying them even with good reviews. The problem? The Mazda 3 hasn't been updated since 2019, and it has no hybrid. Every competitor has hybrids now. The CX-30 built in Mexico is getting hit with 23% tariffs. Mazda says they're deliberately cutting production. That's corporate speak for "we're in trouble." Mazda tried going upscale with higher prices and nicer interiors. But Korean brands offer more features for less money. Honda and Toyota have better reputations. And luxury buyers? They'd rather pay more for a BMW badge than a Mazda. First half 2026, operating loss of $351 million. Tariffs will cost them $1.58 billion. Cars are aging 4 to 6 months on lots, killing profits. Mazda is trapped. Too expensive for regular buyers, not prestigious enough for luxury. Once you're stuck in the middle where nobody wants you, it's nearly impossible to escape. But at least Mazda still has a full lineup. Number 6 is killing off models just to survive. Number 6, Volkswagen. The German giant that Americans are abandoning. Volkswagen sold 329,813 cars in the US in 2025, down 13% from the year before. That's a massive drop for a brand this big. Nearly every model saw sales fall except electric vehicles. The Jetta dropped 24.4%. The Golf GTI and R, down 34.7%. Mazda actually outsold Volkswagen in America. Think about that. A struggling Japanese brand beat the mighty VW. Here's the problem. Volkswagen doesn't know what it wants to be in America. They're not affordable anymore. They're not premium like Audi. They're just there. The reliability reputation that German cars once had? Gone. Repair costs are high, and resale values are dropping. Competitors are eating their lunch. Honda and Toyota offer better reliability. Hyundai and Kia offer better warranties and more features for less money. And luxury buyers skip VW entirely for BMW or Mercedes. VW is betting everything on electric cars, but American buyers aren't rushing to EVs as fast as VW hoped. Their gas-powered lineup is aging and outdated. Their brand identity is confused, and dealers are offering huge discounts just to move inventory. When a brand as big as Volkswagen starts losing this much ground in the world's most important car market, that's not a bad year. That's a crisis. At least Volkswagen is still trying. Number 5 has basically given up on young buyers. Number 5, Audi. Luxury without the prestige. Audi sales fell 16% to 164,942 units in 2025. For a luxury brand, that's a disaster. They got beaten by BMW, Mercedes, and Cadillac. The electric models? The e-tron GT dropped 68%. The Q8 e-tron crashed 75%. Here's Audi's problem. They charge luxury prices but don't have the luxury reputation. BMW has the performance image. Mercedes has the tech and status. What does Audi have? Nice interiors, and that's about it. Younger buyers don't aspire to own an Audi the way they dream about a BMW M car or a Mercedes AMG. Audi's brand equity is weak compared to its German rivals. And in the luxury market, brand prestige is everything. Their electric vehicle strategy is failing in the US. Americans who want luxury EVs are buying Teslas or waiting for the new luxury EV brands. Audi's EVs feel like expensive experiments, not must-have status symbols. Resale values are dropping. Lease deals are getting more expensive because Audi can't predict future values. And when leasing becomes unattractive, luxury buyers walk away. Audi is caught between worlds. Too expensive to compete with mainstream brands, not prestigious enough to justify luxury pricing. In a market where image is everything, being pretty good isn't enough. But at least Audi still has brand recognition. Number 4 is so invisible that most people don't even know they exist. Number 4, Mitsubishi, the disappearing brand. Mitsubishi sold 94,754 cars in the US in 2025, down 14%. But here's the embarrassing part. The Toyota Corolla Cross alone outsold the entire Mitsubishi brand. One single Toyota model beat every Mitsubishi combined. Mitsubishi has just 3 models left: Eclipse Cross, Outlander, and Outlander PHEV. That's it. They killed the Mirage, America's last sub-$20,000 new car, and it was 30% of their dealer business. The dealer network is collapsing, down to about 330 dealers. In some states, you have to drive over 100 miles to find a Mitsubishi dealership. When buyers under 30 are shown Mitsubishi cars without badges, they can't identify the brand. Complete invisibility. Monthly sales often fall below 10,000 units total. You can't run a car company on those numbers. And here's the kicker. Nissan is selling its stake in Mitsubishi to raise cash during its own bankruptcy crisis. When your parent company is dying, you're dying too. Mitsubishi is trying a Momentum 2030 plan, but other automakers are struggling to sell EVs. How will Mitsubishi succeed when nobody knows they exist? You can't sell cars to ghosts. Mitsubishi isn't struggling. They're already invisible. The question isn't if they'll leave the US market, but when. At least Mitsubishi is still independent. Number 3 is part of a corporate disaster affecting multiple brands. Number 3, Stellantis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Alfa Romeo. The corporate giant burning down multiple legendary brands at once. Stellantis lost $2.7 billion in the first half of 2025. North America sales down 20%. CEO Carlos Tavares resigned in December 2024. They laid off 900 workers, then 1,100 more. But while firing workers, they paid out $2.6 billion to shareholders and gave the ex-CEO a $25 million severance. Chrysler is barely alive. They sell 2 vehicles, the Pacifica minivan and Voyager. That's it. A legendary American brand now only makes minivans, and minivans are less than 2% of the market. Dodge sales tanked 28% in 2025. The Dodge Hornet had 82% leftover 2024 inventory. Dealers are slashing nearly $20,000 off MSRP just to move them. Jeep is in freefall. J.D. Power ranks them near the bottom for quality. Transmission issues, electrical problems, leaking roofs on Wranglers. Grand Cherokee prices are 15% below MSRP, a vehicle that used to sell at a premium. Alfa Romeo sold just 8,865 cars in all of 2024. Fiat is down to fewer than 100 dealerships. Both brands are essentially done in America. Stellantis imports 40% plus of their US sales, making them vulnerable to tariffs. They canceled affordable models to push $65,000 luxury SUVs. They lost middle-class buyers entirely. 72% of dealers don't trust Stellantis leadership. When your dealer network loses faith, you're finished. Stellantis is everything wrong with modern automakers. Gutting heritage brands, laying off workers while enriching executives, raising prices while cutting quality. Multiple brands are dying under one corporate roof. But at least Stellantis brands still have name recognition. Number 2 has completely lost its identity. Number 2, Infiniti, Nissan's luxury division that nobody wants. Average incentives, $7,500 plus per vehicle, the highest in the luxury segment. $6,000 off the QX60, $9,000 off the QX80, and they're killing models. The QX50 and QX55 are both discontinued after 2025. Here's what kills Infiniti: resale value collapse. 3-year-old Infiniti models lose 10 to 15% more value than German competitors. The Q50 loses 46% of its value in just 3 years. That makes leasing expensive and total ownership costs higher, even with lower purchase prices. Technology lag. Infiniti's systems are years behind. No cutting-edge tech, no innovative features. They lack BMW's performance, Mercedes' tech, and Audi's design. They're just there. Parent company Nissan is in financial crisis with junk credit ratings. That means zero investment in Infiniti's future. Aging products require bigger discounts, leading to worse resale values, which damages the brand, which requires more discounts. It's a death spiral. Infiniti is down to an all-SUV lineup after killing their sedans. No variety, no appeal. They can't justify luxury pricing against German rivals. They're too expensive to compete with Lexus or Acura. And with Nissan potentially going bankrupt, who's investing in a luxury division that's already bleeding? Infiniti is caught in an impossible position. Not prestigious enough to charge luxury prices, not affordable enough to compete on value. That's a death sentence. At least Infiniti is still selling cars. Number 1 literally has nothing to sell. Number 1, Dodge. The American muscle brand committing slow-motion suicide. Dodge sales dropped 28% in 2025, with the Durango accounting for nearly 80% of total sales at 81,168 units. Everything else? Dead or dying. The Dodge Hornet has the highest leftover inventory in America. 82.1% are old 2024 models. Dealers are slashing nearly $20,000 off MSRP. That's not a sale. That's desperation. Here's what killed Dodge. They stopped making the Charger and Challenger, the cars that define the brand. The V8 muscle cars that built Dodge's entire identity? Gone. Replaced with what? An electric Charger that nobody asked for. Dodge tried to go electric and killed the soul of the brand in the process. Muscle car buyers don't want EVs. They want V8 rumble. They want burnouts. They want power. Dodge gave them silence and battery packs. The new electric Charger is trying to fake engine sounds through speakers. It's pathetic. It's not a muscle car. It's a pretender. And buyers know it. Sales are collapsing because Dodge abandoned its core customers. They had one job: make loud, powerful, affordable muscle cars. Instead, they killed the Hellcat, discontinued the V8s, and bet everything on electric performance that their customers don't want. Dealers are panicking. Inventory is piling up. The brand identity is destroyed. And without the Charger and Challenger, Dodge is just a minivan company that occasionally makes the Durango. Dodge isn't struggling. They committed brand suicide. They killed what made them special, alienated their fan base, and now they're paying the price. So there you have it. 7 car brands going from respected names to struggling survivors. What this really shows is that the old rules don't work anymore. Loyalty is dead. Brand heritage means nothing if you lose your identity. The irony? Some of these brands still make decent cars, but they've lost the one thing that matters most: relevance. Which brand surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. Hit that like button so more people see what's really happening. And subscribe, because this automotive shakeup is just getting started.